Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, let's take a look again on the euro currency. So market mostly has completed our long-term target that we discussed somewhere from the middle of the last year, and was at the starting of this ABCD pattern to form. So before this collapse we said it's maybe ABCD pattern here in the dollar index as well. So currently you can see market completes the OP, this extended ABCD pattern. Market right now is coiling around weekly conference support and yearly pivot point. So 1640, it's also the yearly pivot point. As on the weekly chart, on the daily market is not at oversold, but this is not really very important currently. And right now it's more important to consider euro currency and dollar index chart together, because there we have some differences that might confuse, and price action actually could be absolutely logic, but since some difference exists, it might confuse those of you who are watching only on euro currency, and you could be a bit worried that market currently stands slightly below the conference, and maybe market is breaking down the conference already and we will not have any reaction here, so maybe time to consider taking a new short position as we will go lower. Currently it's not time for that. So actually at this moment we can't do a lot. So because for taking the long position we need some signs of the reversal. This market starts to form some response to support. And this is too early to speak about this because market just yesterday has hit the major long-term support area. It needs time to form something. So probably we could say and start talking about the possible long position as early as only next week. At the same time, for taking the short position, it's a bit too late because market already stands at strong support, and any time and any moment you could get strong upward action. To set the target right below the conference, currently it's a bit, a bit too brave solution. So one thing that we could do, it's only if we will find something on intraday charts, maybe for trading or on scalp trading, for a few hours, maybe on the intraday step. But on a daily, it is interesting to consider what's going on the dollar index in parallel view of the euro currency. So take a look that here, market already has taken out these lows and stands slightly below the confluence on the weekly chart. But on the dollar index, if you'll take a look at it, you will see that these tops have not been taken out yet, and market is just coming to the confluence resistance, while euros currently stands somewhere in this level. So this is a bit different, and that explains, so as you know, the euro takes the 70% of the dollar index. This explains some difference why euro stands slightly on the other side of the confluence area, just because while dollar is moving to this area, euro shows the parallel move, and it makes it to be a bit ahead of the dollar index in the price dynamic. So as you can see, confluence is not broken yet, and previous tops here also have not been taken out by the dollar index. It means that on the euro currency, the support that we have is still valid, and reaction still stands on the table, so we're still watching for it. The same story we could say about the free drive. If we wouldn't have the confluence, and I see this acceleration to the 127 extension of the third drive, I would say that this pattern has failed, because you could see a clear acceleration above the second drive from this really fast action. This is a bad thing for reversal pattern. Spirit reversal pattern should prepare market for reversal and should be weaker as market is coming to the last stage of the pattern. But here we have the opposite action. We see the stronger action right in the final stage of the bearish reversal pattern. That is not good. But existence of the very strong resistance level here is all-time confluence on the monthly weekly chart. I still think that here something should happen. Maybe we will see some wash and rinse here of these tops. This market grabs the stops above this area, but some reaction here might be formed. I hope that will be formed. And that's why we can't take the long position immediately, because we need something to put in the background, put in the foundation, where we place stop, when we will take the position. So we need patterns that we do not have currently. On the euro currency, it seems that there are a lot of stops here were placed, and that brings additional acceleration to the euro currency as the stops have been triggered here. That explains this a bit stronger collapse that we even thought. Well, on the intraday chart, there's not too many things. The mildly grabber that has been formed here works nice, and in general performance of this ABCD retracement on the intraday chart before the collapse. So everything was nice. So market taking out lows of the high wave that we discussed. So everything was absolutely logical. So how it should be on the market, it brings the confidence that market is trying its own factors, and it led us to rely on the technical tools to making the analysis on the euro. Finally, on the hourly chart, the only thing that we maybe could consider in the current environment is recent thrust that we've got recently, and maybe some Jordan-Napoli patterns will be formed. In the current performance, you can see that maybe minor double rebound buy will be formed that suggests the pullback maybe to the 50% levels will be around 1635. That's the only trading stop that I see currently, because for a longer term setups that we could place on the daily and follow them from chart, we do not have sufficient background. So we need to wait a bit and see what will happen.